Hey, creative ones, it's Melissa D'Antonio. I'm live in my studio today. Just wanted to do a quick video, and I want to talk about, first of all, happy new moon, another really potent time to write out your creative intentions, and this one in particular for the next 6 months. So you want to start thinking about, what do you desire to create and bring forth in the next 6-month creative cycle. If you're here, say hello. So I want to talk about a little bit about of learning to flower in the chaos. I love this term. It was on a painting that I used to have in my office when I first started Fire Tree Studios. Hey Sam, yeah. Hey, what's going on? So flower in the chaos, and I just loved the term because we're so conditioned to believe that chaos, right, is this like really something that we need to be afraid of or we need to avoid because we can't control it. I mean, that's kind of the whole concept of chaos, right? It's uncontrollable. It's like has its own, life force and cycle, and it's beyond something that we can kind of control, or at least we think we can control. And so I think it's really important to remind ourselves that chaos is a part of the creative life cycle. It's in nature. It is, if you look at nature, you will find some aspect of, chaos and any creative process. If you really honor the full creative process, is going to have an aspect of chaos, right? Because you are creating something out of nothing. So one state of being or one reality into another reality, right? So there's going to be loss. There's going to be death. There's going to be transition. There's going to be where the puzzle pieces are all kind of mixed up, and there's going to be a lot of unknowns. And this is why people get so blocked in their creative process, right? Can you relate? So it's really important to remember that chaos isn't bad, and to start really anchoring and really shifting your mindset around chaos. Because if we know how to approach it, we have the right perspective, we can really learn to leverage it to our creative potential and to our favor. So especially without fear. It's funny, it's reminding me of this time when I was right out of college. I was working in Boston and Cambridge for a high-tech PR firm, and I got really good at dealing with, hey Bruce, with dealing with sort of like crisis, right? And like dealing with clients that were in crisis, which is kind of funny because it's a lot of what I do now is helping people shift out of crisis and, transformational crises, healing crises, and that kind of thing. But because I would just go into those situations and be really, really grounded and really calm and be able to, and know how to center things and shift things in a way that, and it was easy because I had a very objective perspective, right? And sometimes we need that when we are in the chaos. If we don't get, so we don't get swept up by our unconscious fear or blocks or limiting beliefs, or we get afraid of even the feeling and the vibration, the movement of chaos, right? Can trigger a lot of, let's say, unevolved trauma patterns or whatever. So it can bring up stuff for people. And I think it's really important to remember that one great thing I just want to share right now is that if you are moving through some type of chaos in your life, some massive change or transformation or a big challenge, remember that the way that you anchor yourself in the chaos, and I think I wrote about this the other day, is through getting really clear about what your values are and then anchoring in that vibration. So if your values are freedom, do something that's going to make you feel free in the chaos, right? Or if one of your values is being in the flow, how can you not resist the change that's happening? How can you be flow? How can you be in the flow with whatever's shifting, right? And this is going to be super, super important. Hey, Ashby, super important skill to master in the upcoming years, because in the next couple of years, just globally, there's going to be so many changes and so many shifts on how we source our security. And the shift is going to be coming from, and this is kind of a cosmic perspective, right? Just universally, energetically, and then also in the material world. We've been so focused on the material world to give us our sense of security, and life is going to nudge us, let's say, to start really getting clear about what roots us internally. You know, what are our core values? How is our emotional maturation? Are we honoring our heart? Are we in the flow of life and digesting life and all of our feelings and, you know, the more, let's say, feminine aspects of our being. And again, we all have masculine and feminine energy that makes up our wholeness, and the feminine qualities are like the right brain and, you know, the sort of more intuitive, instinctual thinking and our sea of emotions, right? And learning how to not be afraid of those aspects, but to really develop and harness them for our benefit. Because the more you can trust your intuition, the more emotionally aligned you are, and the more creative that you can be and resourceful. That is where we as a culture, as a community, as a society are gonna be really sourcing, right, our sense of security. It's gonna be in the depth of intimacy and connection. It's going to be in how connected we feel to ourselves, how connected we feel to the earth. Hey, Megan, I was just thinking about you yesterday. We need to connect. So it's really, really important that you start really giving yourself that internal time to really tune in and get grounded within yourself, because that is what's going to support you in flowering in the chaos. All right, my loves, I'm going to go pick up my daughter. Sending you so much love from Austin, Texas, live in the studio, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.